dogs, welcome to episode 11 of Cinema Ave. This is your man Pat on the cam.
I'm still Kyle.
He's still Kyle. Who the hell are you?
I'm Dave.
That's Dave.
We didn't invite him. He just showed up.
He just showed up.
He looked homeless,
Yeah.
so we kept him.
I drove his ass here.
How much people have cars? How's that work?
He stole it.
Is that where you live? In the car? Anywho, how's everybody doing? What happened to your dishwasher? Did you ever finish the saga? Are we done?
No, the saga's still going.
Oh shit! What episode are we on now? 11 for your saga?
Yeah, basically.
You want to explain? You want me to start?
Not
with
much has happened since. They finally. I think last time we talked about.
You always gotta have the intro music for your.
I'd rather have no intro music than that intro music.
I can't do Star Wars.
I can't do anything.
Okay. That's you don't have a dishwasher.
I have a dishwasher. It's broken.
Plug that bitch in. So the new one came. It's not installed yet.
No. So I talked to them. People came to pick the old one up, or no, I'm sorry, the new one up because it was the wrong one. And then they're like, "We send you a link so you can order the new dishwasher, and it's out of stock."
Damn.
So I have to wait until it's in stock, and then I can order it, and then they can deliver it, and then somebody else can come and install it.
They gotta give you something for your troubles.
Yeah,
it's probably not gonna
Is
happen.
that your stomach?
That probably was.
So the fourth member of the podcast today?
Yeah. His name is Growler.
I've seen way too many alien movies. If that shit starts happening, I'm out. Yeah, I'm out.
That would explain a lot about Pat.
Yeah, but I don't want to tell you about it yet.
No xenomorphs in this podcast.
Like, what would you do? Would you keep going?
No, just keep going. I just ignore you.
Like,
I don't really listen to anything you say anyway, so it wouldn't be any
Your
different.
mom does, though.
Mom?
Mama!
But he should probably actually introduce himself, not just Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
The
Tell
homeless
us
guy.
about yourself.
My name's Dave. I've been friends with this dipshit over here since, was it 10 years now? It's been
More than that.
Yeah, more than that.
Yeah.
And then I've met most people from him, this
You're
guy
welcome.
over here, went to his college,
The guy behind the camera.
Yep, met both of them. What was it, one of the many nights we were there, drinking. We had
I don't
fun.
drink.
The only...
Oh, you don't drink?
I will never forget the night in the cabin when you drank that whole bottle of Bacardi. You remember that shit? Yo, that shit was... Cause it was the Peter Colada
I forgot
one, right?
about that.
No, it wasn't. It was,
No,
it
something
was
that you
100.
brought.
It was
It was
100 proof vodka.
Yeah, it was 100
that
proof,
you brought,
yeah.
and I had stopped drinking because I knew we were going to do this, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stop. Give myself a bit of a break. Calm the liver down. And then when I get there, I could just start drinking. Well,
He chugged the whole bottle.
I sure did.
I thought you died. Like, we were just like...
I think I might have.
You were this color white.
Yeah.
And I punched you in the chest as hard as I could, and you woke up so mad. And
That was the way you woke up, though. We had to bring you back to life.
but the next morning, I was like, I feel bad. I'm sorry I punched you in the chest. He was like, why'd you punch me in the chest? I'm like, what?
Oh, he was trash.
And we had tacos for dinner.
Yeah.
And he comes out the next morning, he's like, I threw up blood last night. We didn't eat anything red last night. I was like, we had fucking tacos with red taco sauce and tomatoes.
There should be a warning on the back of vodka bottles
There
for that
is.
specific reason.
There is!
Needs a punch to wake his heart back up.
responsibly.
Is that on there?
It was also your bottle that you bought.
I was pissed.
And
you had to buy me
drank
another
all of it.
bottle.
I paid him for it.
Yeah, you bought me another bottle. I was so bad that night because I was trying to drink. I was, where'd the bottle go? He was like, I drank the whole bottle. I was like, are you drinking to forget? You good? What, talk about it?
That was the night that Eric made out with. Was that a different night that Eric made out
No,
with?
no, that was the
Same night
the
you made out
deer,
with the
yeah.
deer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking strange.
You may have sent some wiener pictures to people.
Probably.
Not probably.
Who? Wait, what? I missed the whole part.
Not probably.
Oh,
You
who?
did.
Me?
Yes.
People or person?
Person. Well, at least one person. Dave knows the person.
We all know the person. Let's not say names, shall we?
Nope, no names.
No names. I say get in trouble.
They stay anonymous.
They're in relationships now, so that's good for them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot we have a guest today. His name is Steve.
Yeah, we don't
Say
say
hi,
about this
Steve.
one.
I'm good.
Oh, I'm good.
That's Steve. He's good.
We'll have him on one time.
Yeah, and then of course Carter's over there doing his thing.
Probably writing bees on the fucking board
Probably.
right now.
Bees?
How many times did you do that?
Or sex
10,
trafficking.
12? I don't know.
Or sex trafficking.
I don't speak sign language. Go ahead. How many times, Carter? You're getting closer.
56.
You got to think about it.
He's like, did I do it 12 times?
Steve, you can make him laugh out loud. That'd be great.
Yeah, make him laugh. That's fine.
We're professional back here.
As he
You
talks.
too?
As he talks.
Yes, working professional. If you could see what shirt he's wearing right now, it's definitely professional.
Yeah, NoblemenStudios.
There's nothing professional about that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, actually there is.
Very professional right there.
I'm not wearing that shirt right now.
No, I'm saying that.
Yeah, that's what I do.
It's a xenomorph side effect.
What?
That
All right.
suck.
So I'm gonna Sagooby like Pat. So
bad.
That's exactly what I mean.
I do great.
So anyway, let's talk about that thing that
I
happened
am
3
the
years
shit.
ago.
Remember I said it just randomly?
But so Miss Marvel ended on Wednesday.
Very sad.
So
love this
it
show.
is. I don't. What's the date today? July 15th. It ended 2 days ago, July 13th. By the time you guys see this, season 2 of Miss Marvel will have come out already. So, sorry.
You can go fuck yourself. Just putting it out there for options. Yeah, so there's no spoilers because you guys will see this, and if you haven't seen it by then, I don't know what to tell you. The Disney
So
Plus
we're just gonna spoil.
fuck it, yeah, why not? Everybody else is
No,
in
I'll put
here.
a spoiler warning, but we'll be pretty far removed at that point. We'll be at least 2 weeks out.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Marvels will be in the theaters.
that'll be
July 28th, 2023.
yo. If you want to edit,
I'm
by all
telling you, it's
means,
going out exactly as is.
what are you gonna do?
Exactly the way we
I
recorded
told
it.
you stick figures. Why not?
That's
just
fine,
get
I
up
don't care.
pictures and we're gonna do that one episode.
I'm just
so
gonna have a big square in front of you so they can't even see you.
Damn, they can hear me.
You're gonna look like the Canadians from South Park.
I actually would be mad about that. That'd be funny as shit.
But yeah, so I'm just curious, what do you guys think about Miss Marvel?
I'm mad it's over.
Okay.
I love
Fair.
this show. Like I said, I love the actress, and she's pretty much playing herself.
Yeah.
It was in Jersey, so that was cool. I like how they had the graphics. Carter loves Jersey City. Like he's
Oh,
we gotta go up there.
You know he's from Jersey City, right? I know I've mentioned it before. Omar.
Yeah.
Omar's from Jersey City. Shout out to Omar.
Omar, is he a parent now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Why should you make that
How?
face like it was gross?
I was like, how?
Yeah, it is.
well,
kinda
when a
gross.
man and a
You know-
woman
you know
come
who Omar is?
together.
No.
You met Omar. If you
I
can't
probably
prove it,
have.
you met Omar.
Yeah, I probably have.
He was probably my roommate at the time.
Well, I remember.
Dog.
I remember your apartment because you had your one roommate in with you, and then there was another like, I guess, room to the other side.
Yeah, there's 2 rooms.
Really?
Eggnog.
Nope.
What stupid things he's talking about now?
All right, so I'll explain a portion of this story, not the whole thing. So me and Carter went to Subway, right? Subway? Or was the little corner store?
Do I know this story?
Was it a little corner store? Little corner store. We went downstairs, and then this is like December or whatever. So usually stores have eggnog. So we're like, oh shit, we want to get eggnog. So we go in the store. We ask this guy about eggnog. The guy looks confused. Carter goes, he don't know what eggnog is. So the guy gives us free soup. So
He
then
gave you what?
free soup. Like he just like here's
Because
soup.
Carter insulted him?
I believe so. I think that's what happened.
What?
This shit was funny as hell. So then we made this whole story about how this guy's like, what he thinks eggnog is. He's like, the egg and the nog come together to make a baby, and that's how you get eggnog.
I did
That's
hear that.
that's where that all started because of him.
Okay. I did
So-
hear that.
That's all right. They didn't know about eggnog, right?
Should write that down. Insult people to get free eggnog or free soup.
Free soup. I would insult everybody for free soup. I fucking love soup.
Go to Wawa, just complain, see what happens.
I don't think it works that way.
Yeah, it
The
doesn't.
customer's always right, apparently.
Not me.
Well, not
No.
anymore.
That's not
People don't
true.
give a fuck
You know,
anymore.
I don't care anymore.
That's not true.
I see people read out just snapping on people now, and I'm like, yes, good, do it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Not true.
But anyway, back to Miss Marvel.
I thought it was dope. I'm mad it's over. It was a fun show. I like how they had the effects and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like when she's talking to her friend on the phone and it pops up on like the street lights.
Yeah.
Or I thought
I
that
like
was
the
freaking
animation
awesome.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Dave?
Yeah, it was definitely like new to the saga of like the Disney shows. You know, all the other Disney shows, they were, you know, dark and gloomy, you know, and had no real light to it, you know. But this one was just like color. Everything was just, you know, in your face with like, same thing with you, with like the lights coming out when you were texting people, you know, just the color in general. Like they definitely used like bright colors in the show, which
Now-
kind of livened it up.
Did you know who she was prior to the show? Or did you find out as you were watching?
The actor or the character?
Well, both actually.
Well, no, the character I was introduced in, the Avengers,
The game, yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
I mean, come on. Was no, like, Spider-Man, but it was an Avengers game. Was bad and good. It had its moments, But it was nice to have a character that was not known, like, okay, you're going to play as the Avengers, But no, you play as this new character, new to her powers, good backstory. I enjoyed most of it,
That's fair. I enjoyed the beginning, and then it was just like, man, the whole grinding aspect of it, I was like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I didn't like how you had to keep doing the same mission.
Yeah.
And it just changed, and it just got, more difficult, And you ended up going in there with the Hulk. I mean, any mission where you bring the Hulk in, you should have no problem, but then you got these people coming at you with, like, tank missiles and just, knocking him out of the game. I'm like...
What about you? What did you think about it?
I think it's my second favorite Marvel show.
Which first?
My first favorite is still Loki.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because, so somebody asked me the other day, like, why I didn't love Moon Knight. I like Moon Knight, to be clear, but I didn't love it. But the answer I gave him was that I feel like they raise a lot of questions throughout the first 4 episodes and didn't answer anything. They led to something eventually, but they just kept raising more and more questions. Who is Steven? Who is Mark? Who's potentially this third person that's in there somewhere? Who was Khonshu? Who's the bad guy? Like, you didn't really get answers till episode 5, and even then, they weren't great answers.
It was kind of a dry show to me. Like, when I first seen, like, a trailer, I thought it was gonna be like Daredevil, because I knew Daredevil was coming and Punisher. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be dope. And when I was watching, I was just like, meh. But then I finally got into it. Oh, this shit is dope. But
it dives much more to the emotional aspect of things, more than most of the others, except for more than everything maybe other than WandaVision, because that's a big thing with her mental health and stuff like that. Yeah. But Ms. Marvel I thought was fantastic. Yeah. Episode 5 was my least favorite, like I mentioned to you guys earlier. But the 6th episode, I almost cried. Like, I thought it was that good.
What made you almost cry?
Just like the camaraderie at the end. Okay. That was like
Yeah.
I love that about movies. That's why I like the Fast and Furious movies and stuff like that, because
about
family, camaraderie, and basically. But
about family.
But it was just nice to see, like, her parents they're just 100% on her side. Yeah. Once they realized, like,
the whole city.
The whole city was on her side, but, like, specifically her parents, who she felt didn't really have her back throughout the majority of her teenage life.
I love her dad. Her dad's funny as shit.
Her dad just was
the straight dad jokes is how he is.
He was 100% on board from the go.
Well, he was like Big Hawk, Little Hawk.
Yeah, he's like I liked him a lot. He's really good. The brother showing up at the high school.
That was cool.
Like, even the girl
who was
fiance. She was there showing up, but the dick girl, the one that she saved in the first episode.
Oh yeah, she came around.
She came out of nowhere and was like, basically, you deserve this. Like, you deserve good things.
Because the cop was an asshole. He was like, and then the enhanced human tried to kill you. She was like,
but
no.
they changed him up in the end.
Yeah,
they do, because he tells her, he's like don't do this, and she does it anyway. And he's very clear, like, this is not a good idea. Even if part of it is for, like, I don't want the bad publicity, but he understands, like, this is not something they should be doing.
But if you think about it, the whole time when he was like, tread lightly when you go in there and be respectful and everything, so he was kind of the whole time on her side.
Yeah. So. And somebody had said to me that he didn't like this because he wasn't the target audience. I don't think there's a specific target audience. I think there's, like, there's one very clear audience, like maybe Muslims, like people from that culture. But I've said it numerous times, they do such a good job of developing that in a very subtle way that, like, they use words that I had never heard before. They never really explain the words, but they use it in context so much that you just get it. Yes. Yeah. So it's just very well developed. Yeah. So I'm excited to see what happens next. I know she's going to be in the Marvels next July. I'm excited for that.
That was, like, one of my favorite things, too, was, like, representation of her. Because, like, even when she said, she was, like, I was a little brown girl in school, and, like, I dressed like her, everybody made fun of me.
Right.
So
they thought she was Flash.
Yeah, exactly. So she was like, it was so cool that there's a character that represents me.
Right.
So I thought it was dope.
And it was representation done in a way, we talked about representation being done inorganically, and it just looks stupid and out of place.
It's forced.
It's not here at all. Yeah. It's so well done. And it makes people appreciate it.
Right.
It's, when you shove it down people's throat, the opposite happens.
Yeah, Sherry even finished the whole thing, which is shocking to me because she usually goes, "Oh, I'll watch it." Watch a half an episode and just never finish it.
Yeah,
but she was like, "See Miss Marvel?"
No, it's actually
I finished it. Yeah, so I was like, good.
There was one thing I like about the Marvel shows, even the Marvel movies. I'm a big comic book nerd. I mean, both these guys know. I love how they keep with the costumes, or it's just like right on. Like, I mean, that costume that when her mom gave it to her, I was just like, it was like just came right out of the comic books. Like, it was amazing. Like, there wasn't something that they try. There's certain things that'll be like, well, that wasn't. I mean, they both know I wasn't a big fan of the Gauntlet, because I'm used to her being stretchy, but the way that they
That's
used
the
it,
term.
well,
Stretchy.
well, what else are you gonna say? Like,
Elastigirl. So now,
no, because then you're crossing the streams. You're crossing the streams. You're going into the Incredibles. You can't be doing that.
sorry, Disney. Sorry again.
Didn't you learn anything from the Ghostbusters? You can't cross the streams.
No, but you need to cross the streams.
But
Don't
I
cross
mean,
streams, but
You
you
know
need to
how
cross the streams.
you know what's crazy? When we were younger, we would get made fun of for being a geek and a nerd and weird. Now it's the fucking norm. I'm like, yo, fuck you guys.
It's very normal.
it's our time. It's our time.
It's
now.
our time. Yeah.
I feel like I definitely mentioned it to you and you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned it to you, but I had a group of kids in class and they did a book it, which is like a self-paced type like online thing, like for review and practice and stuff like that before tests. But for fun, the kids asked to do an anime one because they have like pre-made ones on there, so they wanted to do anime. And one of the kids like didn't know some of the answers, and he got made fun of for not knowing about anime.
I wish I was in that class.
He was the minority in that class.
I'm like, you just suck ass, bro. You don't know these answers.
Like, I didn't know what any of them were talking about. He probably got like 70% of the questions right. He didn't know like one or two characters, and they were like, "What are you, a loser?" I'm like, what?
You just jumping
Yeah,
the bandwagon.
I mean,
You don't know comics,
This is the opposite of when I was in school.
right?
But you got to know that stuff. I mean, if you're an anime fan, you have to know the anime fan. That's why I stick with certain animes. Anything else past that?
What do you like?
I mean, Die Hard Dragon Ball Z. Always.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Always, from beginning to end.
See the shirt.
Yeah. I've been trying, keyword, to get through Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
But,
I didn't start
mean,
that Is it dry or is it good? Is it?
I mean, it's okay. I just don't understand, everybody knows like I said, I'm not everybody, but you guys know how big of a Resident Evil fan I am. So zombies are, a big thing, even though she's a demon, but I mean, anybody that unfortunately dies and comes back to life, I would consider a zombie, so.
Like that.
But I've only gotten through like maybe 2 or 3 episodes, and there's 200 of them right now. Like,
just a show. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it or like that. I read all the books. It's called Why the Last Man Standing. Have you ever heard of it?
What is it?
Why the Last Man, like the letter Y and the Last Man Standing.
I think I've heard of it actually, but
So-
I don't know anything about it.
So I don't want to ruin it. I'm just gonna give you,
It's a book. I'm not gonna read it.
No, it's on shit. It's either FX or Hulu.
Oh, it's a show.
Yeah.
Okay.
So pretty much this guy, like, something happened. Okay.
It's on Fox.
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Abbreviated.
It is, right?
Yeah. So basically, this guy, like, he is the only. Something happened. Like, you don't know what happens. It's kind of like that Walking Dead vibe where you're like, how did this happen?
Sure.
But he's the only man alive.
Okay.
So everybody's like,
maybe I have.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta, like, no, it was a good book. I started watching the show and I kind of was like, it was dry. So I'm
Okay.
like, I'm gonna go back and try to watch it again.
Okay.
So you might like it though.
But kind of a segue here. We're talking about things that are considered like socially acceptable and things like that. So I came across a picture the other day on Facebook or Instagram or something, and had to do with men's mental health.
Okay.
And we talk about that a lot, how that's not considered socially acceptable, and men are supposed to just basically like suck it up
Robots.
and deal with it. Yeah.
We're robots.
So I like this picture and the things that it said on it. So I wanted to read it and get specifically your reaction, but your reaction as well. So it says in the middle, it says men need to know it's okay to not be okay, to talk about feelings, to ask for help, to break down, to cry, to need support, to be vulnerable, and to raw dog hookers.
Oh shit! That's what caught me off guard, bro. I wasn't ready for that shit.
Yeah, that one.
Yes.
That one came out.
I don't know about the last one.
You're
gonna be real depressed. You won't know who get STD. You really gonna need support. Some meds.
But so in the grand scheme of that, it's.
You went serious. I was alright. Here we go.
I didn't make it.
That shit's funny. I was not expecting that for the.
I know. I want to see your reaction.
Yeah, that definitely was. I thought he was being serious, and I was like,
So we're gonna start from the bottom to the top.
But it is serious. We can go backwards. We can start with the raw dog and the hookers. Like, I don't care. What are you into?
Right? Pick your poison. I mean, if you're gonna raw dog, you gotta be safe. You can't be out here raw dogging everybody.
I mean, I guess if you're that depressed, you might just be like, screw it.
No,
happens.
it's realistically, people use sex as a coping mechanism.
Sure.
So it's a very high possibility. Sometimes
I think scientists say that it makes you happier, like in general.
Sex, yeah.
Like not just like in the moment, just in like.
See, but the problem is when you're like going around just fucking everybody, and like it becomes
but I think
sex.
I think it's supposed to be like with one person. Like that's
that's
what makes you.
It said raw dog hookers.
But I'm not talking
so
about
I'm assuming
this.
You need a prostitute. Hell yes.
Okay, what if you raw dog the same hooker numerous times?
Well, then she's like a girlfriend or a friend with benefits.
What if you have to pay her every time?
Then you're dumb. Why would you pay for that? You can get sex for free. I've never paid for sex. I don't.
Been paid for sex.
Oh yeah. Yo, you stupid.
Not me. To be clear, not me.
But no, realistically, yeah, I agree with everything. And
you just agree with all of it.
All of it.
Every
one of them. You're gonna raw dog
all
hooker.
10. Yeah.
You're gonna put your player in the game with no helmet. See what happens.
But yeah, I mean, I for the most part, I didn't catch that one at first. It's like somehow people know like where to put things in pictures, so that you go to it last, and that's what I did. I started like kind of at 9:00 and went all the way around, and just kind of ended up at that one last.
There was some post that I read. It was like read this, and then it was like now read it again, but the other way around. And I was like, you son of a bitch, clever.
Yeah.
It's like comic books. You have to learn how to read a comic book. You just can't go in
especially
not knowing how to read a comic book, because then you're just going to be like,
you go like, wait, how did he say that?
Hell did this just happen?
Over here?
Yeah. You go from this corner page right here down to here, and you're like, how are they on a different planet already? And you're like,
I ruined a lot of stories at first reading comics because of that shit. I was like, Spider-Man did what now?
Yeah.
Then I went back and I was like, oh, I read it wrong.
But I mean, comic books are just another. I mean, they're a big part of my life. If you don't already know, I've collected comic books for a long time, but unfortunately, with comic books, I wouldn't say my whole life. Because, I mean, when I was a kid, I didn't really have that,
Did they even
collectible...
have comic books in the 20s?
It was like Chisel and Stone.
Hit me with the Flintstones, I see. All right, that's cool. Jeez. That's fine.
Made a new volume of comic book.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Just as often as we have new episodes of Cinema F.
Yeah, whenever Pat actually, edits them and puts them on.
I'm about to just not edit anything. That's all. I'm just gonna.
Might as well.
No, but
this
I mean,
is the last episode.
It'd be just as good.
The thing with comic books is like if you want to collect them, you can collect one specific comic book. Like, hey, I like to collect the Flash, but if you want to actually read them, you end up actually buying more than just the one comic book, because what comic books like to do is they'll put in like a little bubble, finish this storyline in this comic book. So, Dave's very...
Is there a difference between a graphic novel and a comic book, or is it just it's just a technical term for it?
I think so.
I think it's the size, I believe, of a graphic novel being more than one story, and then... Because you have your graphic novels, because they like to put the whole... Like, you can buy a graphic novel of that whole series of comic book. Well, they'll just put it in the whole thing. But then you buy the comic books, and it's just, like, one little bit of it. And then it'll tell you, in the next month you go to the next one. But if you really want to find out, just like we all watch our Netflix shows, we watch everything, we wait for the next episode, unfortunately, now.
Then they get canceled.
Yeah. Then they get canceled on a cliffhanger. But with the comic books, it's like, finish it in, Superman #1, and then Son of Krypton #4, and then, just like me, 10 years later, you got like 6,000 comic books because you wanted to read one storyline, and
so you're this comic book guy from the Simpsons.
Yeah, well,
one of the
he's
guys,
got hair, so I mean,
fair. One of the guys I work with, he's one of my bosses, and he had collected all the Walking Dead comics, like from the very beginning, and it recently ended within the last 2 years, maybe. and he sold them all. They were all mint condition. He made like $30,000.
Damn. That's your shit, bro. Is it like would you ever sell any of your comics, or was it like?
Oh yeah, I mean, I highly doubt they're worth anything because I think I just started collecting them about maybe 10, 11 years ago.
No, it was longer than that. Way longer than that. I've known you for 11 years, and you had a thing like this when I met you.
Yeah, so I mean, the arc that I started with, which was like Brightest Day, Darkest Night, the whole Green Lantern,
So
all
are you
the
more of
different
a
rings.
DC guy?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, well,
Nah, like I always say, as far as animation goes, I go with DC.
Yeah.
Hands down. Live action, Marvel.
yeah, of course.
DC
But they all have their certain things,
like,
know.
one of my favorite movies is Under the Red Hood.
Yeah,
That's one of my
great.
favorite ones. It was great. And I was like, why don't you guys do this live? And then they tried it in Titans, so it was just bad.
Yeah.
However, it seems like people really liked like the Amazing Spider-Man like cartoon, like the anime.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying every Marvel.
No, but
yeah.
but it seems like people think they're on par with like the DC animated.
It just to me, some of them just seem dry.
movies.
Some of the shows just seem dry as far as Marvel.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't watched that much.
Yeah.
I was never big into comic books or any of the superheroes or anything like that. Honestly, the first thing that I saw that got me into it was the Iron Man movie. Just because it was senior skip day and I had nothing else to do. So I just went to the movies and I saw Iron Man and I was just hooked.
I don't remember. I've seen Iron Man. I don't remember how or when. Did we go together? No.
We saw Fantastic Four together, all of us,
Yeah,
kind of by accident.
Yeah.
We just all randomly showed up at the movie theater together.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, I showed up with Steph, and, like, he was there, and then you guys walked in with Tom.
What time? Yeah.
Like, we just all happened to be going to the same showing, so we just watched Fantastic Four together.
Tom was a funny-ass dude. I remember when we went to go see Godzilla. And Tom didn't, because it was crowded, he didn't sit with us. He was in the back. And this dude, the guy in the movie just stopped, and the camera panned to his face, and looked at me, he was like, it's Godzilla. Or you hear this Tom go, ha! I was like, I know who that is. Like, he's funny as hell.
I remember the end of Fantastic Four, he goes, better than the other ones. I was like, no,
Yeah, but, I mean-
They keep failing. I don't know why they keep failing on Fantastic Four. Like, it's every Fantastic Four.
This one will be better.
Because
I hope.
because they're trying to
Who's doing
change
it?
something
Fox?
about it.
No.
They're always trying to change something to make somebody happy. Like
Well, stop doing that.
exactly.
Filling this
Just do I mean, if you're going, you have your fan base. You won't have to worry about not making money because if you have any nerds, geeks, anybody that watches these movies, if you follow the comic books, the TV shows, anything, just stick with what is already there.
But the thing is, you can't because they did that like almost word for word for Batman vs Superman, and everyone that hadn't read the comics was lost. You're not appealing to the masses at that point, and you're losing potential.
I mean,
viewers.
for somebody that actually read that comic book, that was not. I mean, most of it, that's how it went down, but there was a lot more to it. They didn't add there was a different Robin, in the comic books of when Batman vs Superman.
Well, they touched on that in the extended version where he's dead.
Which Robin was it?
It was I don't even know. It was
What
the
the
girl
title
with the
was?
red. It was the
Oh,
girl
the
with
one
the red
who was
hair
in,
and the glasses.
Oh, she's in it. She's in it. The girl in the extended version of Batman vs Superman.
Oh, okay.
So I don't remember which guy version is dead, but he has the Joker had written all over the
I
costume.
believe it's Jason.
Yeah,
Todd,
that would be Jason Todd.
Okay,
who,
but
yeah.
then the one scientist
The Joker,
in
Joker
there
whooped his ass.
in the extended one with all the extra scenes, there's a female scientist, and she's from the Hunger Games. And
Are you talking about the Oracle, or because that's Barbara Gordon?
No.
Okay.
She's supposed to be a version of Robin.
Okay.
Not really, she never becomes that, but she's supposed to be that character. But I have a lot of stuff that I want to talk about this episode.
Cool. And then we gotta talk about your opinion about that whole post that you said.
What I just read?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If we got to talk more about that.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Take a quick
You
break.
probably have to read
Yeah,
it all
take
over
that.
again because I still don't even
That's fine. I'll
remember
read
what
about
you
the Hunters
said.
again.
But we're gonna let's take a little break and then come back.
Cool.
All right. Peace. Welcome back to Cinema Ad, episode 11.
Pickup sticks.
I had to use the bathroom. That doesn't rhyme and it doesn't work. You son of a bitch. What rhymes with 11?
Pickup sticks.
Yeah. Yes, it does. For you, it does. It's okay, buddy.
But so, before we get into anything else, I wanted to ask this question because I've been meaning to ask this question for like.
I said no. I'm not going out with you. Why do you keep asking me? The answer is no.
Yes, he does. He wants to go out with me.
What's the party?
I'm very new to this.
I've been,
very new to
I've
this.
been wanting to ask this question for weeks and weeks, and I forget every time I get here to ask. But I remember to write it down.
Nice.
And this is.
I don't like how you're looking at me.
This is specifically for you, and this is for anybody in the room. Is it normal to take a shit naked?
Yes, absolutely. When you're on your own throne.
Everybody's saying
I don't
no
agree.
except
No,
for you.
I don't give a fuck. When you're on your, I don't do it at nobody's house. But when you got shit on my own throne, yeah, I shit nigga.
Because he came out of the bathroom one time, and his pants were on backwards. And he was like, I was naked while I took a shit.
I take shit nigga. I don't care, man.
Well, I mean,
Ain't no shit in my game.
unfortunately, if that's
It's more.
the case,
I've been doing it since I was a kid. It's more comfortable.
yeah, but if that's the case, that means you're in there for way too damn long.
Oh yeah. I'm in the back for a
If
while.
you feel
The
like
bathroom's
it's
my
time to
favorite place.
take everything off, and then you just have to sit there.
I only do that here. I feel like it's weird as fuck. You go to my house and just be butt ass naked on the toilet.
The only
That's
time I've
strange.
ever done it is when I know I'm getting in the shower right after.
That's.
But that's probably only happened like once or twice in my life. And even then I was like, this feels weird.
And it saves time, I see, when your point of view. But like, I mean, for your point of view, coming back out of the bathroom with
With his pants
I
on
live
backwards.
going backwards, it's
my fucking
like
house.
it's like, was he in the bathroom or was he doing something else? You know, have your
Only
shirt
you
on
would think
backwards.
that.
You know,
I shit
but
naked.
no, yeah, definitely
No shit in
no.
my game.
I don't agree with that.
I don't give a damn. You don't shit naked. That's cool. I shit naked.
But I do have another question. You don't have to answer this. Dave doesn't have to answer this. But why is Dave such a bitch? Go ahead.
I just assume something about Amazon. I don't know. But then again, I met him before Amazon.
Then we probably have a little bit of bitch in us too.
Oh god, yeah, we worked at Amazon too.
We did.
But he's been there for years. Or just like a supervisor now.
Yeah, he like runs the whole plant or something.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about, dog.
I don't know what
Congratulations.
you're talking about. I do not work at Amazon.
He actually likes Amazon now. I feel like it was a love-hate thing in the beginning, but you actually like it now. I feel like you enjoy it. You're comfortable there.
Do you tolerate or do you actually enjoy it? You tolerate. Okay.
All right.
that's cool.
Yeah,
If I may,
mean,
I feel like you've met a lot of people that you like, and it's made you enjoy.
It's not
your
about.
time.
I definitely like the people that I work with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've met a lot of friends there. You know, and
You
it's
can
a
shout 'em
job.
out. You
It's
can
a
shout 'em
job, huh?
You
You
can
shout
shout
him
him out.
out. You want to? Shout out to my homie.
Well, you gotta look at the camera.
I'm trying to. You
You
kind of
don't know
got
their
me.
names?
Oh, you kind of got me like, you know,
About three
asking a
kids.
question,
We're
and you're
real
just
good
like
friends.
everything up here is just
I
like
had to ask you, Paula.
it's just gone. No, I got my buddy Greg, my buddy TJ. They're my like,
DJ?
yeah, they're my buddies that we are pop hunting now. That's all we do. We'll get into that.
Pop hunting?
Yeah,
What's
Funko
that?
Pops.
Hunting for pop figures.
Oh!
The bobbleheads.
bobbleheads, I got you.
Th-
I remember you
Not
snapped on me because I had the Deadpool.
Bobbleheads?
Pop, yeah, pop figures. Yeah.
Bobbleheads?
Some of them don't bobblehead anymore.
Well, then they're broken.
They're not. But let's get more into what, you know, let's not get into that because
So-
we could be here for, you know, pretty much the rest of the night.
Hold on, we're going to talk about jobs. I feel like, for me personally, when I say tolerate, I don't mean you hate. Fuck you and fuck you. I'm not working right now. I'm a videographer. I do freelance. Eat a dick. I don't care.
Can I just stop you real fast?
Nope, let me finish my sentence.
I've wanted to say this for about 6 years.
Can I finish my sentence?
It's videographer,
That's what I said.
not videographer.
I said videographer. That's what I said. This guy, because he's a grammar Nazi and shit. Any fucking way, like I was saying, I feel like when it comes to jobs. Wait, yes, you got him. You got him. You got him. You came close.
Man, if I know everybody has seen it, but like right now, if you're looking at Carter right now, which we are, he's actually at the point.
I think Carter is turning red.
Yes,
No,
Miller.
he's at the
Yes,
point.
Miller. Peachy's got him.
No, he's at the point of Black Bolt right now. In the part of
Dog.
he's gonna laugh so hard one time it's gonna come out of
Wait,
the back of his head because he's
Have you
trying
guys
to
wanted
not.
to say that to him for a while now?
So why'd you wait so long?
We just
I guess we
hope
just
we
wanted to be
figure it out.
nice. you know?
Otherwise, you should have let me just do what I was doing. Anyway, that's what I was saying. I feel like when it comes to jobs, when I say tolerate,
And what do you do?
I feel like when it comes to jobs, when I say I make videos like this fucking one that I had to edit, you bitch. Anyway, like I was saying, I feel like when it comes to jobs, when I say tolerate, I don't mean the people at work. I mean the job itself.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I do work for the #1 online retailer, you know.
Are you promoting them right now?
No, I'm not promoting them,
It
but
feels
like
like
everybody
you're
knows, you know. So the more people order it, you know, of course the job's going to get harder, you know. It's just
I
the
feel
way
like,
it is.
I feel like you can enjoy a job not because you love the work you're doing, but because of the people that are there
Yeah.
with you.
Then you have a job that can make you hate everyone.
Sure.
You had a job that like you had cool people, but you didn't want to hang out with them because of the job. Every time you see them, it reminds you of the job.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that happens too. I mean, we can hang out. You know, I can hang out with some people from work, and I would love to just not talk about work, and it always ends up coming in a conversation. You know, and you just hear the big Amazon this, Amazon that.
I
I'm
used to
just
hate
like,
that shit.
can we just have a party and not speak about Amazon? Let's just like pretend it's no longer a thing.
Nah,
You
you
know?
know it's bad when you're on break. So you're like, oh, I'm on break. I'm going to escape from this. And everybody's like, yo, I had a fucking horrible day. So I don't want to talk about this shit. I'm on break. I got to clock back in
Right.
30 minutes.
Right.
Son of a bitch.
There's an episode of Friends, and Rachel, which is Jennifer Aniston's character, meets a doctor or a nurse. He's a doctor. He delivers babies. Well, I don't know what that's called. I know there's a word,
It's a doctor who delivers babies.
but there's an actual
Baby
word.
deliverer.
You know, like there's all different types of doctors.
One
That's a
that
specific type of
delivers
doctor.
children.
I don't want to say it incorrectly.
Well, is it?
Like,
Okay, first off, you gonna try to come to me. What was his name? What was the guy's name? Mr. Titties, what'd you call him? You said his name. You butchered the hell out of his name?
Talking white titties.
But
Anyway.
everybody butchers shit, okay? Leave me alone.
But anyway, so Rachel meets the doctor, and she asks him out on a date, and she's like really into him and thinks he's really good looking, and
That's fiction.
then he brings it up. He asks her, "Well, what do you do? What is your job?" And she said, "Well, I'm a waitress at a coffee shop. I deliver a lot of coffee." He goes, "Are there ever days where you go home and you think, if I ever see another cup of coffee, I'm gonna lose my mind?" And he delivers babies. He wasn't interested.
No, I mean, I've had moments where that, like, I deal with boxes all day, and I just, you know,
You hate boxes?
no, I don't hate boxes. I don't need you to turn that around on me, dick. It's just that, you know, you see the boxes, and then you're going home, and you're like, yes, I have, like, the piece of the rest of the remaining night that I don't have to worry about work. And then you get stuck behind an 18-wheeler Amazon truck, and then you have the vans, Amazon vans, and it's just everywhere. You cannot get away from it. And then you're like, don't look at the cars, don't look at anything. You turn on the radio, it's Amazon. It's just like everywhere, and it's just like,
They don't have a jingle.
give me a fucking break. That's all I want. Just
They don't have a jingle like
That's
that.
a really good jingle. Who's that girl?
I swear to
What's
God,
her
I would throw this
name?
microphone at you.
It's me, Nicole.
I should probably watch more of these episodes because
You
a lot
should.
of this stuff is going right over my
No,
head.
see, I love
And
Nicole, and it's not even Nicole in general. It's I had to edit the video, so I had to watch the clip over and over and over. So all I kept hearing, "Who's that girl?" And at first I was like, "Oh, it's cute." And after a while, I was like, I
After
hear that
take
shit.
37.
Yeah, I was like, if I hear this shit one more time, I'm gonna lose my mind.
It's like TikTok. If you like walk away from your phone,
And you
it
know
just
it- yeah, it just keep
keeps
looping?
going. It keeps going, and you're like, "Oh, that's funny the first time," and then by the time you get back to your phone, and that's going off like 33 times, and like, "Fucking say it again, say it again." You just gotta flick it up, but you always leave it on that one video, and you're just like, "I can't do it. Do it one more time. I can't stand it." But I mean, that's your fault.
What is your like ideal job? Like, what would you want to do?
I mean, when I was a kid, I wanted to act, but I mean,
Oh, let's be honest. We've had this conversation before. Why did you decide that you can't be an actor?
Yeah, why?
I don't know. I just never thought I could do it. You know, like I always had, you know, growing up, I've always had issues with, you know,
Like
body
confidence?
imaging and stuff like that. You know,
I understand.
and that pretty much stops you from doing a lot of stuff.
That doesn't
If
stop you from being an actor if you put your mind to it.
yeah, but
Okay, no, I get what you're saying, but I get what he's saying.
I
too.
get it,
Yeah.
but also look at John Candy.
I can't because I have no clue who that
You know
is.
John Candy? You ever seen The Great Outdoors?
Who?
The Great Outdoors with Dan Aykroyd, Chris Farley, and John Candy. Well, Chris Farley's in it also. Chris Farley is another example. Jonah Hill.
Yeah, but that's everybody.
Philip Seymour Hoffman. There you go. Cool Runnings.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I got you. No, I get like that's what I'm saying. Okay, for an example, like when it comes to depression, a lot of people like they try being happy.
No, I get it.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
get
It's
that,
like it depends on that person. Because I know for me, I have issues with like that too. Like sometimes I'm like Me and Carter was talking about the other day. He was like, "Do you like just not?" He was talking about swimming. He was talking about he wears a shirt swimming, and he was like, "Do you wear a shirt swimming, whatever?" I was like, "I do." And he was like, "Why?" I said, "I just don't feel comfortable with my body." So like everybody, I understand, but it's like, if you want to do it, do it.
Yeah, but I mean, I had the same issue with the body imaging, but I was blessed with no hair on the head. But when I'm in a pool without a shirt on, I got to worry about people calling animal control. Because
There's a bear in the pool.
Exactly.
I wonder how many of these actors have like self-esteem and body issues.
A lot,
and they use it. They compartmentalize enough. They use that to escape into something different, and they're able to get away with away from it temporarily.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't bother me.
Use that as an escape.
It doesn't bother me to bring it up about myself, but thinking that the person behind me in the movie theater is laughing behind me would literally send me into like a depression, because they might be laughing about the movie, but up here in my mind, all I'm thinking is they're laughing at me. They're like, they see my fucking I don't know, what would you like, my hair sticking out of my shirt, or something like that, and it just goes right to...
Well, you could be like Steph's dad, who he had a chest hair that came down to here from up here last week.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but this is how I look at it. If it's like, would you want to work a 9 to 5 and tolerate, or would you want to go with your dreams? You know what I mean? And the thing about acting, the cool part is you can act at any age. There was the lady from what was it, Black Panther, one of the elders.
Oh yeah, the
she just started acting like
it was T'Challa's grandmother, right?
Yeah, she just started acting around that age, like
maybe not the grandmother, but it was one of the elders for sure. Yeah,
right. And she was just like
that was her first role.
That was her first role.
She was like 82 or something like that.
So I'm saying, man, you can get acting classes, you can get an agent, because I have a friend who is an actor, because he was giving me acting classes, and I was like, how do you go about it? Like right now he's in LA, but he was just like, he was telling me there's different things, and it's crazy because it's like you're in front of the camera, you have to sometimes sit like this, any sudden movement can fuck up the audio. But he was saying like you can. I was like, how do you get an agent? He was like, well, they're free until you start making money.
Yeah,
they have to book you gigs and stuff like that. So I'm just saying, man, if you really want to do it, fuck it, why not?
Speaking of agents, you know who Lena Headey is? You know who Lena Headey is.
Sounds familiar.
She plays Cersei in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So apparently they cut a bunch of scenes out of Thor: Love and Thunder. The original cut was 4 hours.
Whoa! I did not see that yet.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
This is not going to spoil anything. It's just under 2 hours, the final cut.
Is it?
The original cut was 4. They cut out Jeff Goldblum's character. I
didn't know he was in the movie.
He wasn't. They cut him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They cut out Eitri, who is Peter Dinklage, who's the dwarf
Oh,
that helps
yeah.
make Stormbreaker.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lena Headey was somebody that I don't know who the character was, but they cut her out completely. And her former agency is suing her for $500,000, saying that she needs to pay them for that role.
Ugh, that's nasty.
Yeah, and I don't know how that works. I don't know if they're.
I'll hit it with the student loans. I ain't got it, Chief.
But I don't know. I don't know. But the thing is, she does though. From being in Game of Thrones for years and years, she definitely has the money.
Yeah.
But I wonder if they are, or they're owed that money just because they got her the job. Just because they helped get her the job.
Wait, so I'm confused. She got cut out of the movie, and her agent wants her to pay her?
Wants her to pay the
them?
agent, yes.
How does that...
Because she got the role.
Yeah, well, I mean...
But I feel like how that's supposed to work with agents is if you get the role and act in the movie, they get a percentage
But she did. She filmed scenes.
She did.
But that's not her fault. They canceled it.
They fully edited scenes, and they put it in a cut of it.
That's fucked up because that has nothing to do with her.
Right, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there's more to the story, but that was the basics.
She still made the money, though. I mean, they still have to pay you. Even if they don't use the cut, they still have to pay you for your time.
I don't know how that works. I didn't know that.
You
have a contract.
Smart. It's Disney. I'm sure that Disney was smart enough to say either you get nothing or you get significantly less than what we would have paid you if you actually make it to the final.
But see, when you're an actor, you just get right there and then. You have a goal, or it's in your contract. Any actor should come with a contract saying, if I'm going to make this movie, if I'm going to do this movie, I need to be paid this much money. Look at the kids for Stranger Things. When they first started, they were making $100K an episode. Now they're making $300,000 an episode just because of the fact that they're getting more and more popular. Mm-hmm. So with her, Game of Thrones, I mean, like I said, with me, I've watched her in Terminator. You know, they made a Terminator TV show that was on Fox that I really liked.
She was in that?
Yeah, she was in that. She played Sarah Connor.
Okay.
Yeah,
You seem
she
like
did.
You know a lot about acting.
I do a lot of. I love it. I love the whole concept of it. That's why I go to the movies. I love the movies. I love the whole.
Wouldn't it be cool if one day you were in the movies and you looked at yourself on the screen and said, "That's me."
I mean, yeah, that would be awesome. But
Would
Then
you
do it.
Would you be one of those people that didn't watch the movies you were in? Because
I can see myself doing that.
Because I've heard of different people saying they haven't watched the things they were in for different reasons. So, like, Robert Eiler, who played the young kid, AJ Soprano in The Sopranos, he's never watched The Sopranos. His reasoning was he didn't care because he was a kid, and now that he's old enough to appreciate it, the fact that the guy that played his father in the show, James Gandolfini, is dead, he doesn't want to watch 8 years of footage of him. It just makes him sad.
I'm pretty sure I watched something recently about, I think it was the actress that played Valkyrie and Natalie Portman, and they were doing like I think it was like two truths and a lie or something like that, and one of them was that she does not watch her films.
Did she say why?
No.
Because Jesse Eisenberg doesn't watch his
The
either.
guy who played what is it, Jarvis? Apparently he didn't watch.
Paul Bettany?
Yeah, he didn't watch it either.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it depends. Like, as far as right now, I edit our shit. I don't watch it. Like, even when I do those events, I don't watch because I have to watch them as a.
That's
editing.
different though. You've seen everything,
right? But if I guess it was the other way around. Yeah, why not? But even in high school, like, I was in places just like that, and it was just like they had tapes after. I was just like, I don't know.
I also think all the time, like, Endgame and Infinity War were these huge, spectacular movies that, like, you went to the movies to see them, and they were good time and time again, but that first time you see them, the wow factor was incredible.
Right, yeah.
Knowing, like, you're Robert Downey Jr., you know when you're going to die. Does the movie have the same effect on you?
Right. I don't know.
Or is it
though.
Or is it a different type of
Spoiler!
excitement?
Just
Is it a
kidding.
different type of excitement because you were a part of that?
I feel like that check would make me super excited.
Well, he made like $30 million doing that, so
Yeah, I would be excited.
I'd die for $30 million. In
But
real
we
life.
all know that
They
you
probably
know,
killed him because it was like
Because we
much.
can't pay it anymore.
what
you
we
have to
see.
die.
Yeah.
What we see in the theater is nothing what they do.
No,
I mean,
no.
most of it, unfortunately, now is green screen and they're held up by wires and stuff. So, like, I would want to see what it looks like in the final product. To answer your question, am I going to watch if I ever do become famous and, you know, in the movies and
Not
stuff
if.
like that?
When?
Okay, yeah. When? I'll let you know once I see this because I've never been on, you know, camera. This is the first time, so we'll see. Makes that whole decision.
We can tell.
Thanks.
So, you know.
He's a dick. Don't listen to him. No, but I get what you're saying.
Can we just, like, turn the camera this way so it's just us two and you could just cut him out?
No, but
You
I
guys
get what you're
take up
saying.
7/8 of the screen anyway.
He looks like a bald bitch. Nah, but I get what you're saying because like my sister was like, "Make TikToks," and at first I didn't like doing them, but then it's like I got to the point where I was so comfortable in front of the camera, like it doesn't faze me anymore. Like, and I remember how you were at first too.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't like being in front of the camera, but it's like I feel like once you like that shit don't faze me. Once you get used to it, you're just like,
you
all
just
right.
have to get over stuff.
That's what
like,
it is. Yeah,
I never liked talking on a radio, like at work. You know, it's like I hate
the
hearing
like
myself,
walkie?
on the walkie. And then, you know, now that I have to have one attached to me, like, you know, another appendage, because like they're always calling me or something's going on, you know, so I always have to have it. So when I'm like calling and I hear it like on the background or somebody else's radio, I'm just like, I hate hearing myself on the radio, but you know, I have to do it. So it's just something I have to like take that final leap, you know, and just deal with it.
do it, man.
TikToks, I'll do like, I'll stitch, you know, like TikToks, but I don't like to talk.
You mean like
You know.
like duets? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. I do them but not the way it is in TikTok because I just hate editing in TikTok. It's very
I won't edit anything on TikTok.
I will use like maybe
record
a
and that's what I do.
filter,
Yeah.
but I hate.
I won't even do a filter.
Yeah,
I
I
don't care.
hate editing in TikTok. It's annoying. And
I don't care. But yeah, like you said, I didn't want to put the camera on me at all.
But now you're just like
I used to not be able to sit like in a room by myself with nobody else in the house and record a TikTok. And then I recorded a TikTok like on the streets of Vegas.
you got
I did one
a
in
lot
Disney.
because even when you were doing like your being interviews, I could because I know you. I could tell that you were slightly nervous in front of the camera. But now you're just like, it's my review. You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
give a shit anymore.
Yeah, that's like. But I'm telling you, man, life is too like. If anything, COVID taught me is life is too short to do some shit you don't like for your like. I can't.
Just do it.
That's the
I
other
can't wake
reason.
up and go to a place for 8 hours come home and then have to like get ready to go back to that place for 8 hours, and I don't want to be there.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you're living life like everybody else is, you like things, you want certain things.
Agreed.
Unfortunately, you have to deal with that stuff. You know?
Yeah, there's risks that you can take, but they need to be calculated risks.
Right.
But also,
it's just like every job you have, you're gonna love and hate some shit. But just like if you like what you're doing, is it really like you're working?
But you have people that start businesses and they're willing to refinance a mortgage, and they're willing to stop everything they like doing because this is now a passion of theirs and they want to get it going.
That's definitely yeah.
I'm pretty sure my last TikTok was the first time I actually even talked in a video, and most of the people that I'm friends with liked it, enjoyed it. It was just another act on me, because I like to make fun of myself sometimes. I'm perfectly fine with making fun of myself. Do I like being made fun of? No, but you kind of get used to it.
You know what? I gotta take that back. When we talk about watching yourself, because like I feel like for me, I'm my number one fan. My sister's like, I'm my number one fan. I look at my shit on TikTok and just laugh. To me, if it's funny to me, I don't really care if it's funny to somebody else.
I'm my biggest critic. 100%.
Everybody is. You're your own, like, it could be your own worst critic, or you're like, hey, but we all are. But I feel like if I watch my videos and laugh, that's funny to me. That's all that matters. Mm-hmm. But if I get views, cool. But if I don't,
there's the other point of enjoying what you do. If you
because
like it, then...
I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was in that. I only got this many views, but now I don't care. I don't care.
That's just unfortunately the algorithm of TikTok. You go from having one video I think I made was just a clip of a movie that was on Netflix, and it had like almost 1,000 views and a certain amount of likes, and then you play another one and you put one out there and it's like 1 like, and I'm like, damn.
Well, honestly, our biggest disadvantage on TikTok is we don't have boobs.
Like, speak for yourself.
Good cancel. No.
Boobs that people want to see.
No. It's true. They always say sex sells. And it's like a lot of girls like will be twerking and stuff like that. Don't say anything important at all. They can
don't do anything.
And just twerk and get billions of views.
Like if I show my nipple, I probably get
there's people out there that will pay for stuff that we have, But
Make OnlyFans. There you go.
No, I'm good.
Make that OnlyFans account that you want.
Just don't put your face.
Just the pictures of fans.
Yeah.
Just fans. Yeah.
That'd be funny as hell.
Like 100%, there will be a group of people. Like it'll be a niche group of people, but they will want to see what you are putting out there, and then it'll be like Bella Thorne. You can be like the fat bald Bella Thorne, and they'll give you millions of dollars, and it'll just be pictures of fans.
I'm telling you, like
you'll laugh all the way to the bank, buddy.
It's like the highest or the as far as me making the video, it had nothing to do with Simpsons or anything else. The highest I had was 800 views. Yeah, and it was the silhouette challenge. Because I did it.
The what challenge?
You don't remember that silhouette challenge when they had lay your hand on my shoulder was the song? It was like lay your hand, and then it was like women or people were like naked and shit, but it was like red, so you couldn't like. Oh, you see the silhouette of their body. That's all it is. I did it, but I did it differently. I put when I watched the videos, I was like, this is like Pokemon.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Who was that Pokemon? That's what I did for my challenge, and I got like 800 some views or whatever. Okay. But then the Simpsons, I got like 15,000 views and plus. So. Yeah, it really varies. But
I mean, like I told
Kyle
about his videos, he needs to add. One, he has to make sure that FYP is tagged, and that opens up.
That was big in the beginning. Yeah, I do it all the time.
And
now.
Then adding a lot of hashtags. People sometimes will literally type in the hashtag and see what pops up.
The ones that I got the most views on was right after the Oscars when I tagged both Will Smith and Chris Rock on the TikToks.
There you go. Yeah. That's like you gotta find. Like I hate following trends, but realistically, you follow a trend or whatever. So
that's what it is. That's why the most people that get most views and are most popular are the people that are doing the trends. All those trends, and then you have the trend where everybody's using the lightsaber. That's big now. Like whatever, like the big name TikTokers are doing, you just throw out a video out there. Put their information that they did,
Everybody has like a gimmick. Mine is not following trends. That's like what I do. And then it's like I just bullshit. I do like I be fucking around, or I do like raps and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like, are you playing rapper?
It's sometimes I use it as a stress reliever. Sometimes I'll just sit there at the edge of the bed just watching TikToks and just like laugh at them, and then you're like with a group of people and you're just like, hey, look at this, and then they're just like, you're stupid, and I'm like.
That shit helped
I still thought it was hilarious.
TikTok helped me with my depression. Yeah. I was losing my shit in here. So I started doing them. Like I said, I didn't want to do them. My sister was like, you're funny, do TikToks. And I was like, nah.
I don't think TikTok's funny.
You don't
like
think,
in general.
In general?
Yeah, I don't think it's funny.
Would you prefer like don't? I tested it out.
You know what I watch on TikTok?
Oh yeah.
I watch food and pimples,
which is
who
disgusting.
The fuck watch pimples? Like that's weird. So you watch that
What?
Doctor?
Well,
pimples?
I mean, I could tell you who watches. I could tell you who watches people getting their pimples popped. Anybody on TLC right now because she started off on YouTube.
Isn't there a Dr. Pimple Pop?
Yeah, she started on YouTube.
There.
She had her own YouTube channel. That was it, and it got so popular.
But that tells you right there. There's something out there for everybody.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, because
it's like a medical show, but
Dr.
it's
Pimple
very
Popper.
different type of
Now
procedure.
you have the TV show where they're like messing with people's nasty feet, and I'm just like,
You know what? I
you
was
can
looking at?
have those shows. I will watch somebody do something else. I don't mind somebody getting their head sliced off or something like that. You know, in a movie, in a TV show, somebody comes up to me with a bloody nose, and I'm dropped on the floor because
so weird.
I don't know what it
Some
is.
people like blood. Now, when I worked at my old job or whatever, I had a coworker who was like, "Yo, you make videos and stuff like that." I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "If I paid you to film me, can you film me and my girlfriend just eating?" I was like,
You gonna pay me?
"Right." I was like, "Okay."
But there you
he was
go,
like,
right
yeah.
there.
He said, "Just amplify the sound because we want to eat food and people
That's
that's-
mukbang, right?
some shit like that." Yeah.
Well, ASMR.
Yeah,
ASMR. People will literally sit there and just like I've seen people where they're just
But
like
there's one
clicking
where
on
it's
their
not for the
mics and
sound.
stuff.
There's one where it's not for the sound; it's just for watching people eat. That's called mukbang, right?
I don't know.
I think so. Can you,
Yeah,
can you
yeah,
look
yeah,
it up?
That wouldn't help me any because if I'm sitting there watching somebody eat, I'm just gonna get hungry. I want to go eat myself. So
The
it's like
internet is a very strange place.
it is.
Carter lost his phone.
It's over there.
Just walk in front of the camera. I think it's called mukbang.
Mukbang.
M-U-K-B-A-N-G.
Several hours later.
I think that's it. But let's see, what else we got on here? One thing I've been trying to ask for weeks and weeks, and we've talked about it a little bit, but we haven't really gotten into it. Favorite movie or television character, and why?
Oh, that's tough, man.
I have a definitive favorite.
See,
That's it? Kyle knows some stuff. Unbelievable.
It's tough for me.
So,
Yes.
we're coming up on a break. So think about it over the break. We'll come back to it. It doesn't have to be your favorite all time, but who comes to your mind? I know that I have a specific person that comes to mind in a television show.
The first person that came to mind was Homer Simpson.
Okay.
But it was like, I went through a phase where
I just said don't get into it because we're about to go to a break.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
You don't listen.
I don't. Do you? Absolutely
Yes.
not. All right,
I'm just gonna go out there and I'm gonna say favorite TV. I mean, I would have to say Buffy.
Hold up.
Do they not listen?
Let's take a break and then we'll come back.
We're going to a break, guys!
But you said just say something before.
We'll be back.
No, I said think about it.
No.
All right, we'll take a break.
We're gonna have to cut that out.
No, we don't cut that
Stop
shit out.
talking so we go on break.
I was like, think about it over the break.
We're
come
going
back.
on a
I was
break.
like, oh, what's
We'll be back.
I would say Homer Simpson.
Wrap that
oh,
shit up,
oh,
Carter.
oh, Buffy.
Hit
Buffy
the
is
button.
mine.
Hit it. Cut that shit. We'll be back. Welcome back, motherfucker.
Welcome back to episode 11 of Cinema Ave. That's dumb.
Kyle did
You
not,
put the bringers back. How am I dumb?
I
Kyle
know
did
that.
not-
I just want to see what you do.
Kyle did not understand.
No, I was gonna just stare at you for like 20
I wanted
minutes.
to see what you would do.
Welcome back.
Maybe
motherfucker.
Dave would do it. I don't know.
You should have did it, Dave. This is your acting debut.
Should have done it, did it.
Should have done it, did it.
But the question I posed that you were not supposed to answer until now was
Whoops.
favorite movie and or television character.
And or okay.
So it could be a movie character or a TV character, or you could have one from both. The movie and
So the reason why it's difficult for me is because I realize Homer Simpson is one of my favorite characters.
also, your favorite character says a lot about you, I feel like.
Hey, when I'm
In
I'm-
general,
when I'm
not just
talking,
you specifically, but everybody.
When I'm talking, you do this.
Nobody.
If I want you to talk, put your hand up your ass like a puppet.
when you're talking, I should be doing this. Is that
You
what
should
you
be
just
doing
said to
this.
me?
Zip it.
You did.
A whole zip. How about a big bowl of shuddy soup? You know, never Kings and Queens would no. Okay,
What is it called?
Kings and Queens.
No,
He's having a big bowl of shuddy soup. Like, shut up.
the King of Queens.
Yes, the King of Queens.
You're so stupid.
You are so ugly. You just interrupted me.
Your
when
mother
I'm
likes
talking.
me.
Mama. sip a hot cup and shut the fuck up. The answer to your question, he kind of looks like you. It's Homer Simpson. It's one of my favorite characters.
How the fuck does he look like me?
Yeah, I was
By the way,
say,
I'm super dark right now. I'm almost your complexion.
See, that's racist. Now you're about to get canceled.
What if I want to?
I was say, if anybody's
You
going to
wanna
look
know
like
about you?
Homer, it would be me.
You're going to have to get thrown in the sun. No, but it's like, it's a hate-love relationship. Like, because Homer, when he first started out, he was a cool dude. You know what I mean? He was like, yo, my family and everything. He still loves his kids, but he's an asshole now. And then Bart's the same way. So
Has he actually developed over time?
he went downward over time.
But so he's like, there has been a character arc.
Do you remember back in the day when it was more like, for example, like Family Matters or whatever?
Jerkass.
Okay. You know how back in the day when they have like, oh, here's the episode where there's morals at the end of the episode. Like, okay, Homer when he first started out, he was great. Like he loved his kids. He was doing everything he needed to do. You know what I mean? Taking care of them, providing. Like he had those morals. As he got older, and and I think that's because of America in general, he just kind of stopped giving a fuck and just started doing asinine. Like he just didn't care. And then Marge is kind of the wife that was like, oh, that's homie. That's what he does. Whatever.
But so has there been like a consistent character arc, or are they just like at some point switch the character, or has he consistently changed over time?
I feel like it follows the times.
He's just like, I mean...
He's not Peter Griffin.
No.
Well, I feel like Peter Griffin is the same in every episode. He might develop from the beginning of the episode to the end of the episode, but then episode 2, he's the same he was at the beginning of episode 1.
It's funny because me and Carter were talking about this. He became a jerk-ass Homer. He did. It was funny because...
Is that a specific thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny because me and Carter were talking about this before. We was talking about, like, the only character right now who's, like, the father figure and cares for his kids like that, Bob's Burgers.
I haven't watched that in a long time. I watched, like, the first season.
Think about Homer and Bart's relationship.
I haven't seen The Simpsons.
Homer chokes Bart.
Okay, I did.
I was going to say, that's the only thing that I know of him.
He chokes
But,
Bart,
I mean...
like, he tries to... He knows Lisa, but not that well. Like, he tries to, like, see what she does or whatever. But it's like, well, Bob's Burger, he supports all his kids. He knows his son's a dumbass, but he supports him.
Okay.
So, I feel like that's why it was, like, hard, but...
But where you came from with the whole arc of Homer Simpson, he started off here. But, I mean, if I had a fucking little asshole kid like Bart...
But he's just like him. Think about it.
Yeah.
They both have the same personality. Just like... Lisa's like a mixture. Maggie is awesome. Dude, I can't have nothing.
Lisa's adopted. let's just stay right there.
Who's the actually the best character? Like maybe the most relatable character consistently.
Most relatable character. That's...
I don't know. There's so many. I mean, for me, you guys already said it. The comic book dude's relatable to me, but I mean,
worst comic ever.
Because I relate to my favorite character.
Who's your favorite character?
So
who's your favorite possum?
So my favorite show is Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
So Dr. Spencer Reed is my favorite character.
Well, that sounds like a cool guy that I never heard of.
So he's like the nerd, essentially. But
so you're Milhouse.
No, he's not stupid.
Milhouse isn't stupid.
Is Milhouse smart?
No. He's the dumbest one that's on his shirt. That's the one that's the dumbest.
Ralph is a fucking moron.
Yeah.
He's got the high-pitched voice, right?
Yeah.
I did a somersault. Yeah, that's Ralph.
I'm in trouble.
But Wiggum, that's what I'm saying. It's funny because it's like Ralph's like Wiggum. Wiggum does Chief Wiggum does nothing. There was one episode.
These characters mean nothing to me.
Okay, so there was one episode. You know who Mo is, right? Mo's Tavern in the bar, whatever where they go.
Is he the grouchy guy?
Kinda, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, his name is Mo. He's a bartender.
I've definitely heard the name, but I don't.
So there was an episode where it's like a health inspector who comes and puts to check everything, and Mo's like under code, like it's bad, but he knows the health inspector, so they're good to go, whatever. He ends up dying in the bar.
The health inspector?
Yes.
Okay.
Wiggum comes in and goes, "Oh, I don't see nothing here. Just 3 guys around a dead body. Do you guys have good?" He just started throwing money at him. He was like, "Go buy yourself something nice," and just left. I'm like, "You're the chief of police. Do your job."
Paperwork. Who wants to do all the paperwork?
But there's a lot of different characters that are funny to me. Like I like Sasha Bob. Like that's what's his
But you
name?
didn't really answer. You didn't really tell me why he's your favorite character.
Who, Homer?
Homer. You told me a lot about him, but like, why does he resonate with you?
Because he's like and originally he was like a family dude.
Okay.
That's why.
So you like that part of him?
I like that part of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who is your favorite
Comic guy.
movie television character?
Well, I mean,
You said Buffy before. When
Yeah,
you weren't
'cause,
supposed
I mean-
to answer, so you're allowed to change it now.
no, I mean, I'm still going. I mean, that's like when I was growing up, that was cool to me, you know. Like
It's because you're
that
attracted
was.
to her.
I mean, who wasn't? You know.
She was just okay.
She's alright.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, right?
Yeah.
She's just okay looking.
Yeah, she's alright.
I mean, she was great when I was a kid, you know. Perfect,
I was
you
more
know.
of a Topanga kind of person.
Perfect what?
What? I mean, what do you mean perfect?
Perfect what?
Perfect what?
You said
She was just perfect all around. I mean, she was hot.
Her boobies?
She could kick ass, you know. Like, she had everything going for her. And, like,
Beaten.
and that
Why did you
was,
just say it?
I mean, when I was a kid, that wasn't a TV show that was out, you know. Like, you never had, like, a female lead character.
Well, there was a reason.
I mean,
for
you
that.
had Xena, but, I mean, she was like a god, you know. But you never had, like...
Keep going. Oh, no, just don't stop.
And to be
talking.
clear, I was not saying that a female-led show should not exist.
Because it's gonna get canceled.
No, I'm saying the show sucks. There should be shows.
Well, Buffy.
Buffy, yeah. Steph likes it a lot. Eh.
I don't think it was a bad show.
He doesn't like any, like,
He
you
doesn't
know...
like fun.
He doesn't know. He doesn't like anything like female lead. I mean,
He
he
doesn't
doesn't
like
even like
going on a roller
Charmed.
coaster.
He didn't like Charmed either.
Charmed is bad.
Charmed wasn't all that great.
Thank
Charmed
you.
was good.
Alyssa Milano was. That's her name, right? Alyssa.
Mhm.
She was bad, but Charmed wasn't.
Like, honestly, that was the attraction for any guy that watched it, except for maybe Dave.
No, I liked her too.
Okay.
She was
So?
the only one that I liked, really, honestly. But it was another thing, you know, like, you watch all these shows and it's all, like, male-based lead, you know, everything that you grew up with, and then they just start throwing these characters, and you're like, wow, that's kind of cool. And then you have that whole concept, Vampire Slayer, you know, that stuff was just, like, right in my wheelhouse. Anything, vampires, witches, demons, anything like that.
They're
That was,
just
it was
too-
just...
They're just too corny. They're just not... The
And
storylines
sometimes
are bad.
people like that, you
They
know.
do,
People
and I get
prefer the corny
But
over
like,
that, you know.
I don't think this show, like me personally, I don't think it was corny. I think it was a good show, and I see where you're coming.
Buffy
from.
or Charmed? Buffy?
Buffy.
Okay.
Charmed. My sister used to watch it. I watched it with her, but it didn't really do much for me.
They just, you know, when you're a kid, you're growing up, you know, you have fun. There's nothing like that cool. And then you watch these shows and you're just like, man, that's awesome. You know, like,
You ever want to
same
be a Power
thing with
Ranger?
like, I wouldn't fit in a Power Ranger costume. No, but, no, I mean, everybody watched Power Rangers too, but I mean,
I didn't
like,
watch Power Rangers.
that explains a lot, people.
I did not watch
What
Power
did
Huge
Rangers
amount.
growing up.
Like, what did you? When you were a
We
kid,
talked about it. I
PBS.
watched a lot of...
He was a PBS kid.
That's why I'm so
when
smart.
I'm walking down the street.
We're watching Power Rangers. He's watching, what's his name?
Arthur.
Arthur.
I watched
and,
that. I watched
watched
Franklin,
Arthur.
Arthur, Little
Yeah.
Bear,
Well, Franklin and Little Bear were Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
My question is this about Little Bear: Why was he butt ass naked, but his parents had clues?
He probably just took a shit.
Bravo. That was the best video.
Yep. That was.
Bear shitting in the woods.
Yep. That was just one of the. I gotta take
Oh,
all
when I
my
watched this,
clothes
I'm
off
gonna lose my
shit.
shit.
But you know, yeah, that
Yep.
was the kind of stuff that I grew up watching. It was awesome. It was awesome. Now, I guess we should probably talk to you about it. We can swing back around for our favorite movie character, maybe.
For my television character?
Yeah, well, we already kind of know that.
Well,
You just-
Spencer Reed, yeah.
yeah,
He's-
but I mean, that's a new. I mean, when you were growing up, like, I mean, we
doesn't
all
have to
talked
be
about
growing
like.
He said in general.
I
But
didn't-
did you have one when you were growing up?
a favorite, like, character? Probably not. I didn't analyze. I just watched it to watch stuff, like, when I was younger. I didn't really get into analyzing stuff like that until I was in college.
I would assume it was Tommy Pickles because
I wasn't bald my whole life.
You sure?
Yeah.
Nah, you did have hair.
And he has more hair than I do. He's got 3 little sprigs up there.
So it's Homer. The little.
He
And
does.
he's got the pencil drawing on the back.
Isn't what's the name sign in his hair? The creator of The Simpsons. I always forget his name, but yeah.
Yeah, so I like Criminal Minds because it makes you think. They have a new case every week. There's some actual stories that span 5, 6, even 10 episodes. But I like that you really have to think about it. There's no obvious answer. Like, they're always looking for a bad guy. there's rarely an obvious answer as to who it is. It's either the last person you're thinking of, or it's the most obvious, so obvious that you never expect it. And it's very good writing, but Reed is my favorite. He's the youngest person in the group of characters. Like, he's a genius. And I'm not a genius, but I go...
Nowhere near.
But I've explained to Steph that I go into every conversation, I go into every single situation, knowing full well that I'm not the smartest person in the room, but I convince myself that I am, and that's how I've been successful.
See, I respect
That's how I've gotten the confidence to do things, because I convince myself before I do something that I'm the smartest person there.
I respect that. I'm a little different in that aspect. I feel like it's good not to be the smartest person in the room.
Yeah.
Because once you get to the point where you feel like you're the smartest person in the room, you just stop growing as far as knowledge.
But part of me thinking I'm the smartest, or convincing myself I'm the smartest person in the room, is I know to ask questions.
Right.
I know that I need to continue to grow. That's part of what I think is smart,
right.
Is understanding your own flaws and things that need to be improved upon. So that's part of the thing.
He just loves being right.
Oh, I love being...
Always.
But people say like you love being right. You just want to be right. Who wants to be wrong? Like that.
So
kind of reminds me.
I don't think anybody wants to be wrong, but I feel like a lot of times I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you at all.
I know exactly what you're gonna say, but good. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of times people go through situations. Let's say if you went through like a bad breakup or something with your job or whatever. I feel like a lot of people, instead of saying, "All right, this happened to me," da 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 da, I feel like it's never cut and dry like that. Like sometimes you gotta sit back and like, all right, maybe I could have did this better in a relationship. Maybe I could have did that. And I feel like that's how you gain wisdom. And then you already had that experience, so it's like, all right, I don't have to go that way no more. But I get where you're coming from.
But
like,
there are people that just argue to be right. They don't want to learn anything. They're not willing to take into information.
That, right.
They've made a point, and they will argue it until they're blue in the face, whether they know they're right or not. They're not going to accept any other point of view.
I feel like we know a few people like that.
I definitely know one.
Yeah,
Dave, you know any?
You know right?
Yeah, Peter Pan.
Is that what we're calling him?
No,
that's the story. That's how that's how it starts the story. Fortunately,
you weren't there for that.
I wasn't there for it, but
this might have been before you.
It was.
So it was me, Adam, Arnold, and a couple other people. Adam's sister was definitely there. We were having a bonfire at Adam's house, and Arnold and Adam were arguing about something to do with a debit card. Whatever it was, I don't remember specifically, but it was about a debit card.
Okay.
And Adam's response to Arnold was, I'm like Peter Pan. I'm never wrong, or something like something stupid, like something stupid. And he was wrong.
Of course.
So now, as we're discussing this right now, in the future, Adam's watching it right now, beat ass red.
Wait, not Adam. Adam didn't say that.
No, Adam said that.
He said, "I'm never."
Adam said that to Arnold.
And ever since then,
it's funny because I wouldn't picture Adam saying that. Me and Adam have had a lot of conversations where it's like, all right, cool, I'm right, I'm wrong, or whatever. But that's funny as shit.
Yeah, so that's whenever we talk about that, and we always have a conversation about somebody always being right or wrong. That
comes
specific just pops up in everybody. So whenever he knew 100% when he said that I was going to come back with that response because that's what we talk about.
Yo, I had a friend one time, and it took me 2 days. I had to tell Carter, I was like, I can't just let this go. I had a friend one time who was like, they kind of like caused arguments. They're like, at the end of the day, he's going to get what he wants. And she asked me, would you rather be right or would you rather be happy? I was like, I didn't know that the two couldn't be together. Like, if you're wrong, I'm not like, you're wrong. I want to talk to you about it to help you better yourself. I feel like I can't just sit there, know you're wrong, go, okay, Kyle, you're right. I can't. So that, I was in the shower 2 days straight. I kept thinking about that shit. I was like, I gotta talk to somebody about that shit. I can't, how do you get by in life knowing you're wrong? And it's like, well, that person's gonna be happy if they agree with me.
But I don't know.
How's that work?
I don't know if those people think that they're wrong. I don't think they walk around going, I know I'm wrong about this. I'm just gonna deal with it anyway. I think those people just might have a skewed way of looking at things, and they've somehow come to the conclusion that what they're thinking is correct.
I'm pretty much so I don't think they was wrong.
You can sit there and argue with somebody, and they could be clearly 100% wrong, but they're going to keep arguing and keep arguing and keep arguing, and then you're just like, I'm just gonna give it to him.
I don't like arguing
because I'm just tired of arguing.
That's the thing. I won't give it to them. I refuse to give it to them.
X will give it to him.
If it's in person, if it's
soon.
I couldn't.
Too soon.
It's a song. What you mean?
What? Because he's dead. We can't say that he's dead.
You're a monster. Nah,
so in person, if I'm arguing with you, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop.
Wait,
if I know you're wrong,
if you're right,
if I'm right and I know the person I'm arguing with is wrong, I'm not gonna stop.
Okay.
I hate having those types of conversations through text or on Facebook.
Yeah, text. Like you was telling me the other day, like text sometimes can get like
honestly, people on Facebook, I just be like, I'm not gonna argue with you. There's no point.
People on Facebook make me angry because it's like I'll get in a conversation with somebody and it's like I'm not arguing with you. I'm just like, hey, this is where you can be wrong at, and they just get mad and want to just keep going.
And sometimes people get mad for no reason at all. Like people will post things on Facebook and expect no one to say anything unless they agree with them. Like they don't want people. They're like, if you disagree with what I have to say, keep scrolling.
Block me or keep scrolling.
But you posted it for the entire world.
You put it out there.
I never understood that. Like, if you don't know what I'm saying, block me. Why am I going to do your work? Right? Block me.
Just you block me. Like
right.
But like so specifically, someone posted. It was right after the Chiefs got knocked out of the playoffs this past year, and somebody goes, "Good, I hate Andy Reid," and So I commented and I was like, I'm just curious, why do you hate Andy Reid? She goes, because he's a pompous jerk. And I was like, that's interesting because I've literally never heard anyone say a bad thing about him. Like, maybe he wasn't the best interviewer, but I've never heard anyone say he's arrogant. I've never heard anyone say he's a bad coach. I've heard he's like one of the best coaches that people have ever played for. And she was like, oh, you just want to argue and now you're butthurt that I think he's a jerk.
I had gotten an argument with somebody. It wasn't. I didn't get an argument. I just stated facts. I was like, it's crazy how like the shootings and everything that's been going on. I was like, it's crazy how a bag of Skittles can be more dangerous than an actual gun. And this guy legit was trying to argue with me about that. He was like, well, over a period of time, Skittles can kill you. I was like, a gun? I was like, you know what?
People take things.
I'm done talking to you.
People take things too literally. They don't understand. They're like Drax. What are you doing?
I'm trying to think too.
They're like looking at Steve, like, "What are you doing, Steve?"
No, I'm just.
That
no,
makes out good.
It was kind of like one of those.
But we did.
But we know this.
No, it's kind of one of those moments because like it kind of caught me by surprise when you were like, a bag of Skittles can kill somebody. I'm like trying to think like what kind of people, you know.
Dog,
and then I thought to myself, somebody got diabetes. You know, you eat a whole bag of Skittles, you just
like this guy legit was arguing with me, and then it's like I just kept going. He was like, "Well, you think that?" I was like, I just kept posting what I said. I kept posting the whole time. I just kept copying and pasting, and people were just going in. And I was just like, I'm not. This wasn't an argument. It was the way things are looking right now was the stated facts. And they were just like, nah, man,
so
Skittles can't kill you. And I'm like, over a period of time, sure. But you know he can kill you right now? Getting shot. But it's
with a Skittle.
But I look at honestly.
Yeah, what if you got shot with a Skittle?
Yeah.
That shit probably hurt, depending on what kind of gun.
Put it in like a pellet gun, like airsoft gun?
Shit probably hurt.
Oh, it'll hurt.
Yo. Your brother. First time, his brother. My bad. His brother was like, "Yo, he had a pellet gun.
Whoa.
We had a pellet gun. He was like, "Yo, just shoot me in the back with it." I'm like, "What?" Just shoot me in the back with it. He got shot. He was like, "Motherfucker!" Funniest shit ever. So probably he put a Skittle in the pellet gun. Probably hurt.
Yeah, why not?
But
what if you froze the Skittle?
It wouldn't pierce your body like a bullet.
Actually, it probably not like a bullet, but it probably could break the skin.
Yeah, but wouldn't go completely through or in.
No.
Yeah.
No. It'd be like a paintball, to some degree.
You got hit with paintball. This shit hurts.
I've never gone paintballing actually.
Listen.
So paintballing always makes me think of Sekou, because Sekou for years was trying to get us to go paintballing.
Have you talked to him?
Yeah, he's supposed to come tomorrow.
Come where? To the party?
Yeah.
Yes. I haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah, he said he's gonna come. He's gonna come over tomorrow.
That's dope as shit.
So listen, I gotta stop. I gotta tell you guys about the story. I'm sorry. It's
Okay,
like one of the funniest things.
Stop. He's gotta go.
Yeah.
Like it's
so,
his podcast or some shit.
Like,
yeah.
easy, like,
hey, I'm on here now. It's
you
mine.
just be on this shit talking.
Okay. Speaking about paintball, I had
Say that again?
What's
it called?
Paintball.
I thought you said Pain Paul.
No.
Yo, he be over there being the police with grammar and shit.
No, he didn't say it wrong. I just heard it.
I appreciate
his hearing's going.
No one ever told me I said that wrong.
His hearing's going.
No one's ever told you that? You're welcome.
But
appreciate you. I'm like, I do this shit for a living.
I don't understand.
Carter said he told you.
You know what?
Maybe you just didn't listen.
No, I have.
All right, well, Dave's got stuff to say.
Real quick,
Alright,
my
so
memory is terrible, so he might have took me. Possible.
So with the paintballs, they make them look like gumballs, unfortunately, and
You did not.
No. You didn't.
no. But unfortunately, my aunt,
Which aunt?
my aunt Tony,
I'll just shout her right out.
yeah,
Aunt Tony eating the paintball.
well, no.
Don't tell me that's what happened, please. So I drink this and wait.
Yeah, you might. Don't you want to put that down? So my cousin Ricky had, everybody went through growing up as the paintball phase, and he just had a bag of just one color paintballs in his room. And my Aunt Tony, I believe at the time, was trying to quit smoking, so that was her go-to, was gum or anything, because a lot of people that are smoking, they need that,
Nicotine bad. Let me just eat a paintball.
She didn't know it was a paintball. She thought it was a gumball.
Carla's going to be very upset with you.
But
trash about her own life.
I'm not talking trash. It's just a funny story. We all have them. But
Aunt
yeah,
Tony was a good person, though.
yeah, she was great.
I loved Aunt Tony.
Yeah, she was a great person. But yeah, he just didn't let her, didn't say, hey, stop, let her do it. And she just chewed on the paintball. And it was just like the fact that it happened. I was just like, I mean, there is some type of a flaw in those things, If it's in a box that says paintballs, yeah, no. But if it just comes in a bag, just nothing. There's nothing marked on it or anything. It's just a certain color of a paintball. And I'm like, if I didn't know either, I would assume. But it was just a funny story that whenever you brought that up, I just
how old was Aunt Tony when I met her? 50s, 60s?
No, she wasn't 60. She was definitely in like her
Late
early,
50s?
yeah, maybe early 50s, late 50s, yeah.
She met me and hit on me immediately. I was like 20.
She loved
21.
my friends.
Old enough. You should.
Yeah.
You didn't go out on a date. You didn't just say, "Hey, let's hang out."
No, but she loved my friends.
You can tell me after date, please. If it happens, okay.
Dave's driving me home. I can't leave without him.
Just tell me right now. Cougar style. Okay, cool.
No, but she loved my friends, all of my friends, because it was a lot of times, for the past, what was it, like 3-4 years straight. I was like, once my parents moved down to South, I was like in between homes, and like every time I needed to move out, there were my select few friends just there, and my aunts just really appreciate them.
Quick question: was Pat one of those friends?
Pat who?
Exactly.
Y'all at my house right now, right? You can both get the fuck out.
Who ate all the gummies?
I think it was a group thing.
Don't look at me.
I only ate like 2.
You see, he's looking at us.
Sucks to suck, bro. You should eat more. What do you want
Yeah,
from us?
I was
What
saying.
do you want from me? They're there for a reason.
Yeah.
You
We're
chose-
this big for a reason. You gotta get
chose
the food when
poorly.
you gotta get the food.
You got two
No,
big dudes. You talking about who ate it?
I ate a
Us.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah, like you were just starving. Look at you.
I am. I don't have anything in here. You're a terrible host.
I tried to
I'm
help
gonna
you.
knock that over on purpose.
Go ahead. Don't do it, please.
All right, so what else should we talk about?
I have a question for
Yeah.
you. 'Cause like I said, he can't really answer it. Well, you know what? In the past,
Ask
maybe
it.
you can.
Ask it.
You ever been in a situation where there was like a girl, and you like said girl, and she was like, I want a dude who's like this, that, and the third. But the dude that she would like to have is the dude that you are.
No.
Never been in a situation?
What did you just say?
Can't break it down to you.
So
Let's say,
I can explain. I can
Go ahead.
I can even
You've
I
been friend,
understand.
you've been friend zoned, and her ideal person is
it's you.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay.
No, I have not.
I was talking with my friends about
But
that.
then again,
That's a good topic in your
No,
podcast.
Dave doesn't get friend zoned.
I don't know because that's another
Who
thing
cares?
that
You
starts
Dave
the
gets
that
friend
starts
zoned.
the wheel. That starts the depression anxiety wheel because you always growing up I always thought there was always something in my mind that I was just like, no, they won't like that. They won't like
Bro,
that.
I understand that. I get it. I understand that completely.
It brings back to the wheel of emotions that he was saying with that picture.
That was the raw dogging hooker.
No, that one literally just took all of the other words and just was like out the window.
That might build your confidence, though. You go
Raw dog and a hooker.
See what happens.
I mean, unless your dick gets itchy afterwards.
Then you're screwed.
If it falls off and just starts walking away, it's a problem.
That's some Las Vegas shit right there. They're close to they're close to those nuclear areas.
Well, no, it's legal there. I would imagine that in general, the hookers in Vegas will be cleaner than everywhere else.
You know what? I'm not testing it.
I'm not testing
It's
it.
a gamble that I don't want to.
I'm just saying. So, it's you can't just like walk up to a hooker and be like, "Hey, come have sex with me." That's illegal. No, that's illegal.
I don't think it is.
In Vegas, it's illegal. I mean, you
I
can
had a hooker
do
ask me, "Am I looking for a good time?" What you talking about? Play a pinochle?
You
Play
physically,
Uno?
you physically.
Because I don't think she's
can
talking
do
about Uno.
Fuck is pinochle?
Exactly. My point.
You physically can do it, but legally, that's not okay.
Yeah.
In Vegas?
In Vegas, yes, they have. I don't know what they're called. They're not brothels, but they're like places for prostitutes where they're like tested regularly and like that's where it's legal.
Wait, what was that?
I just
What's that
realized that
place
those
called?
shoes are super bright.
Oh, the Jordans?
Yeah.
Wait, what's that place called? Was it what is it, the Bunny House or
Yeah,
something like that? Where
Yeah,
that
like
where
that.
that
You ever
guy?
see that show? The
Well,
Bunny
yeah,
House?
but that's
Remember
where
Cat House?
Yeah.
That's
That was
where that
Remember
guy.
AC Hookers?
The one that was going out with one of the
Bro.
Kardashians. He like OD'd in that place.
Yeah,
Lamar
Odom.
Odom?
Yeah.
Now his was like a strip club though, wasn't it?
No, it was the
it
Bunny.
was in a brothel?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus. But I remember watching that. That was like when we got the one free HBO channel. I was like 14 years old, and I'd be up at like 1 o'clock in the morning and be like, "Oops." Like,
No, I used to have that shit on.
Guess I'm not going to bed tonight.
I had Disney on the back button or Cartoon
Oh
Network.
yeah, you always had to find something you just click back to automatically.
But that was real. Watching
But
it.
Fortunately, I'm a lot older than you
I
guys.
took it a
'cause
step
I
further.
had the staticky channels where
Dave
you're
had
just
a
like,
run-
Oh, the Wiggly channel.
Dave-
Guess what? Is that a boob?
No, Dave had to run up and turn the dial real fast before his parents walked in.
That channel 3 was the only channel you had.
But I took it a step further. I put it on a channel below whatever channel I would want to switch to. So I'd immediately switch back and then channel up.
Bro, my dad.
what a science.
My
It is
dad.
because if you switched over, they could easily just hit the go back button and go back to the hookers.
That's true facts. Yo, I have my own TV in my room, so. But my dad, I shit you not, we're sitting there in the house. It was 18 hookers on. He goes, I know her. She tried to charge me $500 for touching her boob. I was like, what the fuck and how the fuck and why is this happening to me? He was.
There's an episode
was a
of The
wild
Office.
dude.
There's an episode of The Office about sexual harassment, and they're watching like a company tape basically about how to not sexually harass women. And there's this redheaded woman, and Daryl's like, I know that woman. That's that girl that I met at that party. She's naughty. But I want to plug a movie real fast when we
Bet you
come
do.
back.
Alright.
Just real fast because I just finally got to see it. It's a Norwegian film. I'll plug it real fast and then we can plug each other ourselves.
And keep doing. Yeah, we can do that.
Well,
yeah.
I'm not here next time.
Dave is gonna plug us both.
I don't want to play anymore. I would say I want to go home, but I'm here.
You don't get a choice.
Oh, we just talked about sexual harassment. This is what we're going with. Okay.
HR?
We'll be back.
Peace.
Thanks.
And welcome back to episode 11 of Cinema Ave with our not so special guest, but equally special guest, Dave.
Fuck you both.
Nah, you're a cool guy.
You're not allowed to curse on this.
What? This is a family show. And we don't cuss here.
We can't ever bring him back.
Yeah. You had one shot. You blew it. You're blowing it, man.
Did not miss your chance to blow.
Opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
And you blow it. But anyway, fuck him.
I'm good. But
I don't know. But so I saw a movie yesterday. It's called The Worst Person in the World.
So you were in it.
Yeah, I was a star.
Okay. Glad we know.
That's why I'm plugging it. You understand? But no, it's a Norwegian film, and it's about this girl, and it takes place over the course of 4 years of her life, where she like finds love and she's in different relationships and things happen and whatever, and she considers herself a terrible person, and it's a lot about self-image and stuff like that. But there's 2 things that we
What the hell was that?
just fall asleep for real, forever.
Damn, you want him to wake up dead? You want him to wake
How
up
do
dead?
you wake up dead? I don't get it. How do you wake up dead?
But they touch on 2 things that we have talked about a lot on the podcast. And I thought it was very interesting because it was an Oscar-nominated film, like for Best Foreign Film. It's just finally on Hulu, so I finally got to watch it yesterday.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I use Dave's Hulu.
I use Neil's Hulu.
All right, well, doesn't matter whose it is.
So
It's
I'll
on
check
there.
it out.
It's on there.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Sharing is caring.
But so the one thing that they talk about is one of the characters. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but it's a guy, and he has cancer. And it's not till the end. And
Spoiler!
But I didn't tell you who it was. There's like 12 different guys in this.
Yeah, but you say he has cancer at the end of the movie.
But you don't know which one. Okay, somebody in the world is going to die today. I didn't spoil anything.
But now we know.
Okay. Continue, sir.
Take another quick break. Because somebody, our producer over there, doesn't know what he's doing.
We'll be back!
My goodness.
Welcome back! Episode 11. Dave. Sit in my ass. Shit.
So we had some technical issues. We need to hire people that know what they're doing. I need to hire people that know what they're doing. I'm surrounded by a bunch of weirdos and Steve.
Oh, you got a mirror in front of your face? You see how weird you are? You Stranger Things?
No, I have to look at you. I'd rather have a mirror.
I'm sexy, though.
But anyway, like I was saying, worst person in the
Dead
world.
sexy. Me. Now that I got that off my chest, continue with your...
Shut up. So there was this character has cancer. I'm going to tell you which character if you don't shut up.
I'm not gonna watch it. That's okay.
You really should watch it.
I was until you fucked it up. Saying,
but so there's that, and like his monologue at the end.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What does that spoil?
The end.
He talks at the end that spoils something.
End.
I'm sorry.
All of it.
A character in the movie talks. Fuck me. I ruined the whole thing.
If I say 11 does something at the end of the show, you're gonna be like, all right, cool. Okay. Even if I don't say 11, if I tell you what happens at the end of the show, you're gonna know what happens.
I didn't tell you what happened.
You said dude got cancer. What you mean?
Which dude?
It don't matter. If I watch it, I'm gonna figure out motherfucker has cancer, and I'm not gonna want to watch it.
No, you're not.
That's how I work.
You're not.
Yes,
no, you're not.
I guarantee
you're not smart enough.
I'm smarter than you, than your mother,
just
than your brother.
Because you think that, I know you're not smarter than me.
No, listen. That's how I am with movies. That's why I hate spoilers.
I'm the smartest person in the room.
Smart ass, but like it. And smart this, I don't
You
agree.
have a dumb ass.
You're ugly.
Your ass is dumb.
My ass is nice. But anyway, that's what happens, man. I hate spoilers. Go ahead, go talk about your cancer movie when the end. The fucking character has cancer. Thanks for telling me that shit. You know what? You like the fucking what is that show you told me to watch? Oh yeah, the Masked Singer. T-Pain was at the end. What was the purpose?
It was years later.
I don't give a fuck. I never watched the show.
Shut up, stupid.
Bitch. Go ahead.
When I'm talking, you should be doing this.
This? You want me to do this? Okay, cool.
Yeah, just like you said. So stupid.
Do this.
But anyway, his line. Shut up. His line is, I don't want to pretend that like my life doesn't suck anymore, because he's a man, he's supposed to act a certain way. He's not allowed to express that he has feelings. He's not allowed to express that he's feeling a certain way about a situation, and that all comes to a head when he's just kind of come to terms with the situation.
At the end of the movie,
middle, end, beginning, the whole thing. Fuck you.
Oh, buddy, I was asking a simple question.
So then there's another part. Same character, or a different character. See, now you don't know.
I'm not watching
Switching it all up.
We'll never know.
All right, but so there's a character. Just in case you do watch it, I'm not gonna tell you if it's the same character or a different character. But a character is an animator. He's like a comic book writer or comic book. What's the word? He does the
graphic design.
Today, Junior.
What is the word I'm looking for? What is
graphic designer? Illustrator?
Illustrator, yeah, that's the word. And a woman comes on and she's like questioning the content because they talk about rape and they talk about feminism and they cover the whole spectrum of like things that people don't like to talk about.
Is she a pretty lady?
No.
Okay.
But his thing, he defends himself and he says it's art. So I should not make this art because it offends one person. Or the parents?
I guess so. Meet the parents? We don't really know.
If I was gay, I could do better than that.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm your best bet.
I could land a Carter.
I don't know. I don't know. You got to be up here to land Carter.
I got a stool.
Carter, is that true? Can you land you? Can you plug you? Is that true?
But his thing is, like we talk about all the time, is that you can't censor art. You
can't.
just do whatever you want. If you're going to offend somebody, you offend somebody. It's not great. It's not ideal. You don't want to offend somebody unless it's the point is to make change.
But you can't please everybody.
Right. You're never going to please anybody. Even if you're talking about, I'm super happy and I love my life and I really want the best for you. Well, somebody's going to find a flaw in that and somebody's going to be upset about it. But regardless, there was two things that we talk about all the time about men's mental health and art, like not holding back, just doing whatever they want to do. Right. So I thought that it was interesting that this movie that got recognition at the Oscars was talking about these two really important things that we talk about all the time. That's why I wanted to plug it. It took me fucking what feels like 4 hours. I said the F word a lot of times, and I try not to.
For fucking what? Why not?
Because I'm a teacher, and I try to, be nice.
Are you teaching right now?
No, but I'm.
Are you on summer break?
Okay, I'm
curious.
I'm at camp, and I work with kids still.
Do you tell them to go fuck off?
No.
Good job. You're a great teacher then. But it's a fucking podcast. Fuck all that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
So, your qualifications to be a good teacher is to not tell kids to fuck off. That's it.
That's what I did, yeah.
Jesus Christmas, man. Don't have kids.
I don't. I have godchildren.
I didn't say you have kids.
I will not.
I said don't have kids.
Tell me about it.
It said poor Dave. He's poor.
He was at Amazon. He got money. Let me get $1. $2.
You are funny.
We love you, Dave.
But we'll plug ourselves now.
Yeah,
we took a long time.
We're plugging first.
Dave hasn't said anything in 25 minutes.
Right?
Haven't been able to.
He's been a statue. Big beautiful statue.
These two
my God,
are going at it,
But all right, we'll plug ourselves.
Number down.
Since you're maybe a little nervous, not nervous, but just kind of confused on the process, I'll go first. Pat will go, then you can go. You'll get the gist of it real quick. So you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Baines Film Reviews. You can find me on Twitter, because Twitter hasn't gotten their shit together yet. It's Baines Film Review. No S, one review. I can only post one. Don't know why. Then you can go to my website called Baines Film Reviews. You can also find me if you go to Film Threat's website, which is an LA-based film review magazine. You can find me by typing in Film Threat and Kyle Bain into Google. You'll find me there. Great. Do it.
I'm going to go next. Make it easy for you.
I literally already said that.
Hey, shut the fuck up. I'll tell you. Sip a hot cup. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking.
Mine's very...
So, if you would like to follow me, you can see me on Facebook. Patrick Newell. Coolest motherfucker in this building right now. You guys are cool too.
Literally nobody in here is
Hey,
cool.
hey, what I tell you?
It's 100 degrees in here.
What I tell you about talking? What I tell you about that shit? You're a teacher. Shh.
What?
Anyway, my Instagram.
You say anyway?
Yo, bruh, will you plug yourself? Did I interrupt?
Not today.
Let's try this again, because I have to edit this shit, you motherfucker.
Just
Shut up.
Just leave it.
Stop talking to me. Make my job easier for once in your life. You prick. Patrick Newell. Follow me on Facebook. Instagram. Pat on the cam. You gonna spell it out for him like you always do?
PATONDACAM.
Bang,
Pat
bang.
on the cam.
Same shit on my Instagram and TikTok is all the same. See how easy that was? Yeah, bitch. Now you're up.
You can follow me on Facebook at Dave Richmann. Everybody spells my last name wrong, so it's Richmann, not Richmond, which everybody for my whole life has spelled wrong. Everybody spelled it that way.
I gotta edit this shit.
But to be clear, it is David Richmann. David on Facebook.
TikTok, it's I don't even honestly know to tell you the truth.
You can look. Go ahead, do your thing. Take your time.
Hold on.
Faster.
Fuck off. Yep. TikTok, same thing. It's at David Richmann. And my Instagram, which I very, very rarely use, is Davey12312, which is old as hell. So that's my fault. But other than that, it was fun.
But then we also have our Cinema Ave stuff.
Ooh.
We have our Cinema Ave TikTok. That's at Cinema Ave1, Cinema Ave, and the number uno. And then also, if you want to complain, say some nice things about us, some bad things about us, tell us you like our guests, tell us you don't like our guests, tell us who you want to have come on, tell us what you want us to talk about.
Absolutely. Do that, please.
Email us at cinemaave and the number 1, just hit the table, cinemaave and the number 1 at gmail.com. Do it, because so far, we've had Uno emails.
That's Upper Decker Steve.
That just Upper Decker Steve. That's it.
No, that's two. We had two emails. We had the noble fan.
We had the one that was legit from Steve, and the one stupid one that Pat was pretending to be someone else that liked Pat, which we knew was not true.
I was being myself. I like me. I'm great. I am the shit.
You are a shit. Yes.
Fuck you, man. Hope a bird poops in your head when you get out there.
It's not cool.
That's not cool.
I never at night. Does that happen? Do birds shit on people at night? I never seen that.
Birds
happen.
poop at night. Like
I never seen it happen.
do you poop at night?
Nakedly, yeah. I'm naked when I poop.
I didn't ask if you were naked.
Butt ass naked. Bucket naked.
I assumed that you were.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah.
Help me.
It's hot in here. I got shit.
But again, this is our buddy Dave here.
Thank you for coming. Realistically, we love you. Appreciate you for coming up. Ow! Sweet Jesus! Why you getting so hard? You heavy-headed motherfucker.
That was on skin. That hurt.
Damn, I think I dislocated my shoulder. But thank you for coming, regardless.
You're welcome.
We'll see.
I had fun.
We'll see if we haven't come back. Did you have fun for the last 20 minutes?
Oh, while you two argued?
Yeah, that's what we do.
It's fun.
Yeah, that's our back and forth. That's the thing we do.
If anybody knows of a good divorce lawyer, hit us up.
We'll work it out.
For us, we're fine.
We'll be all right. Right?
We'll cook.
And on that note, I'm out of here.
Don't leave.
But yeah, so episode 11 of Cinema Ave. If you stuck around this long, good for you. If you just found us, check out our other episodes.
Absolutely.
We'd love to have you on the show. If you're a huge fan, reach out to us. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to be on the next show.
And we love you guys. Thank you for watching once again. Peace! You're not going to say that?
Sorry.
You're not going to say no?
Do the piece.
Peace.